Good evening, and welcome to Wednesday night worship, FHC Wednesday worship. So good to have all of you here tonight. And as you're signing on and joining me, we'll be starting at about 6:45 as usual. So as you're coming in, just sign in, and you can start sharing prayer requests, and you can start sharing what your pet peeve is about social media. If you have a pet peeve about social media, you can share that tonight. And I'll just be tinkering around on the ivories as we're signing in. Thanks, Andy. Share your prayer requests and greet one another, of course. And also you can share what your pet peeve is about social media. What is it about social media that just gets all under your skin? We'll talk a little bit about that later. Right now, I'm just playing a new song that I'm falling in love with. Sign in, join us, welcome. And as you're signing in, share your prayer requests and greet one another. And also you can share what your pet peeve is about social media. to FHC Wednesday worship. So glad to see you tonight, and glad we could gather for this. I think this has been a special time for me every week, because it's I miss you guys. I do. I was just talking to Pam about that a little while ago, about how much I miss being together, and the opportunity for us to Wednesday nights. Yeah, they're rehearsal, but also they're a time of worship. I believe they are for me, and I hope they are for you. So I'm missing that Wednesday worship where we're all together making music and preparing our hearts and our music together on Wednesday nights as an orchestra and a choir, tech team. I'm looking forward to the day when we'll be able to regather. But as you probably have figured out, it's going to be a while. Exactly when, only the Lord knows for sure. But obviously, gathering in an orchestra format and gathering in a choir loft, that's pretty much the opposite of social distancing. Somebody said, well, you could gather and everybody could wear masks. Well, playing your instrument, if it's a wind instrument or a brass instrument with a mask, would be quite the challenge. I guess our percussionists and our rhythm section and strings could go ahead and do that. But anyway, you be praying. You be praying for several things, and we'll talk about this more as the evening goes along. But I'm praying. Please pray for wisdom for your leaders. Pray for wisdom for our national leaders. Pray for our nation. What a mess. We're in the middle of a pandemic, and then this just horrible demonstration of racism at its worst shows up. But then to compound upon that, then just violence and rioting and looting. I don't understand. Maybe, again, Pam and I were talking about this a while ago, maybe because of this virus, and because people have been isolated and people are losing jobs and they haven't been able to be together, maybe the boiling point was lower than normal, and so it just exploded. But I don't recall anything like this on such a national level. So pray for our nation. At the heart of it, we need Jesus. We need a great revival in America where hearts and lives are turned to Jesus. That's our only hope. Politics is not going to do it. Who the president is or the Supreme Court, that's not going to do it. I've never seen our nation so divided in so many ways. So as you're signing in, I've asked you to share your prayer requests. Go ahead and greet one another as you're so good at doing, and also share your pet peeve about social media. What is it about social media that just drives you bonkers? And we're going to talk about that a little bit. Get up here so I can actually see the screen. Pet peeve is no privacy. Sorry, Michelle, the puppy is not here tonight. Duke and Pam went out to go visit his little playmate, Paul and Tina's dog, and so he's going to get to some exercise wrestling around with Layla over at their house. So sorry, no Duke making his stealthy appearance at the window tonight. And I miss you guys too. It's good to see you at church. I know that some of you are coming to the drive-in. Some of you have ventured into the building. I hope that that as we move forward and hopefully this pandemic continues to ease more and more and more, and then we'll be able to to increase our numbers in the building. I'm hopeful. Um, so you'll be getting some information. Some things are changing here in June with our worship schedule. Some things are coming. Some things are going to be going away at the end of the month. So I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, so to speak. So be watching for that information flowing out this week and on Sunday. But for this Sunday, June 7th, the same schedule we've had, the 8 o'clock drive-in, and then the 10 o'clock at Cross Point and Union Hall. And of course, it'll be online through YouTube, Facebook, or our website at 10 o'clock. Then we'll have our 11 o'clock service live in the room. That's been growing each week. And so I hope to see more and more of you venturing in the building as the summer progresses. We'll be on the radio again at 11 o'clock. But the Cable 12, unless something changes from what we've been told, Cable 12 is going away. This past Sunday was the last Sunday of that. That cost extra money. We're trying to look for places to save money, and it also costs a lot of time. Just the things we have to do during the week to prepare much earlier than we normally do to get that service ready. It's a strain on the staff. So anyway, that'll be gone, but everything else like it was last Sunday. So I hope to see you at the drive-in or at 11 o'clock. So make sure you register for the in the room experiences, either at our campus or the other campuses. Make sure you do register online for that. It's pretty simple. Even I can do it. So go to our website and do that. But if for some reason you forget, oh my goodness, I forgot to register, it's okay. You can come anyway. Just don't tell anybody I said that. So be praying for all that's going on in our nation and our church. That and racism is despicable. It is anti-biblical. We are to love one another, and that's regardless of ethnicity or any other part of social economic status. It doesn't matter. We're to love one another. So when you see racism raise its ugly head like it has in Minneapolis, it is sickening, and I can see why people would be angry. But the response nationwide in such a venomous way is also repulsive. I mean, I can see peaceful demonstrations to call this despicable behavior and racism as a whole, to call it to everyone's attention and to get it on the table to be discussed. But then when it turns into rioting and looting and innocent people begin to get injured and